Well, bore da sut wyt ti ti'n iawn? No, it's a Thursday morning. I'm just doing my prescription run, shall we say. It's vlog being a carer. So I'm going uptown to get the prescription and up to Boots. Used to be Roland's, but get it from Boots now. And I guess some Pepto-Bismol while I'm there for my lactose intolerance. I do take lactase tablets, but every now and again I get to take a dose of Pepto-Bismol. It's excellent stuff. Lactase, you have to take lactase if you're lactose intolerant. It's to do with dairy products and stuff. It just gives you an upset stomach and stuff like that. So I'll get some Pepto-Bismol while I'm at Boots. It's a cracking morning. Lovely day. So like I say, being a carer, I had my carer's allowance today too, because of the bank holiday Friday, and it was due on the Monday, my carer's allowance, but I got it today, the Thursday. Got it early. Lovely morning. So yeah, natter. Every so often I do these videos. If I'm doing you know, going to doctor's appointments and going for the, you know, the prescriptions and stuff, I have the odd natter. So onwards and upwards uptown. The woman behind me there, walking the dog, she's picking dandelions up. Don't know why. Picking a dandelion. So, oh yeah, when I get back, well, today, dinner time, I'm gonna, funny enough, I had some belly pork from, I was at Morrison's doing the shopping yesterday. Normally go today on the Thursday, but I went yesterday. And I got some belly pork. And, oh, I thought that was Jones Brothers then. And yeah, and I watched Jamie Oliver last night, and he did a belly pork rub on his programme, and I've got all the ingredients, so I'm going to do that, make the rub and cook the belly pork. So no doubt there'll be a video, a cooking video. It's got to be done, hasn't it? So yeah, it looked nice anyway, but like I say, I've got all the ingredients. Cinnamon, allspice, smoked paprika. What was the other one? Oh, coriander powder, basil leaf, and sea salt, but that's in the pestle and mortar. So I'll give that a go. Yeah, I like belly pork, but yeah, just so happened that I bought it yesterday and I watched it, Jamie Oliver last night, and he did that rub. So I'm just cutting through the retail park, cutting through by Aldi. Wow, I can feel some heat in the sun. It's lovely day. So this is Aldi. Looking down towards Home Bargains. Always busy down there. The old quick save. But anyway, this is Aldi. Not too busy today. As you want to park here, got to avoid the cars. So yeah, thought it would be busier than this. Anyway, I did all the shopping yesterday. Got all that done a day earlier. So anyway, yes, pretty well, quiet-ish, but I would have thought it would be busier than this. Probably will be a bit later on. And right in front of me there is Claire's. It is now. It's Claire's. Well, it's a hairdresser's and a barber's. And years ago it was JP Davis. And always on a Sunday, I used to be come from BMS in Rill. I was in Rill then. I was here for 3 years and then I went to Rill. But Claire's there. It was JP Davis. It was a off license, and I used to come in my Escort, my little green Escort, first car I bought. it was 11. Oh, is that the old Austin there? Austin 1100, is it, or 13? I think they only did 2. 1113. I wait to get across. I'll show you the car. Yeah, I had a little Escort, a little green Escort. Very first car I bought. Can't remember what I paid for it. Probably about 200 quid, something like that. No chance of getting across there. Or is there? I'll get across now. Yeah, see, I do all my own stunts. There's the old Austin. Yeah, and I used to call here on my way back from Rill. 10 till 1, I think it was, the hours on a Sunday. It was 10 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock. And I used to call there in JP Davis to get a bottle of wine for the Sunday dinner. Yeah, JP's, we used to call it JP's, but it was JP Davis. Lidl's or Lidl. Yeah, old JP's. Anyway, this is Vale Street, heading up to top of town. So yeah, talked about this a few times. Vale Street. There's no other street like it in Denbigh. A Gethley there. That was the first brick-built house in Wales. Can't remember off the top of my head what it dates back to, but yeah, there's no other street like this. All the biggest, grandest buildings in this here was the old police station. I remember going in there, it's going back a bit now, to get my shotgun certificate. Walked in, I think it was a £5 or a £10, and I said, I want to buy a shotgun. All right, give us a £10 or something. You hand it over, and then next minute I think they sent it to you, a little shotgun certificate, and that was it. But now it's totally different. The forms and the rules and regulations and the law and everything. They even in contact with your doctor. If you had a shotgun certificate, you know, if you've got a shotgun or any firearm, but in my case it was a shotgun, you gotta like register with you. And if you go and see your doctor, if you've got a bit depression or something, that sort of tendency, your doctor will then inform the police, you know, because you've got a firearm. Like, totally different to when I first got a shotgun. And the old coffee shop was here on the end there, or the pool. It's a pool table then, and that didn't last that long, but I think it was called just a coffee shop. And talking to doctors, this is my doctor, is here. This is my surgery, Bethlem surgery. But yeah, getting a shotgun certificate now it's totally different. There's my surgery down there. So, which is right, really. Anyway, almost at the top of town. And here is the old King's. It's called the glue pot. You used to walk in, your feet used to stick to the carpet. It was a filthy pub, but Bob the King's was very well respected. He was a great landlord, but his pub was absolutely filthy. Like I say, the spilt beer and stuff. The feet used to stick to the carpet. It was, but I used to play darts there, but I didn't go there that often. But yeah, he was a great landlord, Bob the King's. Anyway, almost at the top of town. Just on my left will be the Stocks and the Cross. Busy too. Picked up a bit now. Narrow bit of pavement there, so you've got to look behind you. So make sure you don't get run over, because you've got to step out into the road. Dr. Livingstone, I presume. Right. So Boots is just here, like I say. I guess some Pepto-Bismol while I'm here for my lactose intolerance. So it was all ready. We'd given plenty of notice. Give him a good week. You need to give him a good week. And my cousin was there. Paul, I haven't seen him for years. And he didn't even recognise me. He was fiddling on his phone. And he didn't even, I never used to, well, when we were kids, we used to bother with him. He was a lot bigger. He's older than me. He's a couple of years older than me. But he's a big lad. And when we used to meet up, we used to, he used to buy us bangers from, you know, the fireworks, like, because we didn't look old enough. So if ever we got a bit of a whip round, or we got pocket money, we had enough money to buy bangers, we'd go around, search around Denbigh and find Paul. We used to give him the money and go and buy us some bangers. So that's what we used to do. But I haven't seen him for years. Like I say, didn't he? I recognised him, but he didn't even recognise me. So yeah, my cousin. So anyway, this is Park Street, top of Park Street. A very, very steep, well, the top section here is very steep. It's a lot quieter too than going down Vale Street. Yeah, it was all ready. Nice one. I hate it when it's not ready and they say, oh, come back after 2 o'clock or something like that. It was all ready today. And I got my Pepto. Keep me going for a bit. Turn off again here, even quieter. So I hope this car is parked legally here, because it's a parking charge notice, 100 quid. Never used to be. Middleton College. It was Howell School. But yeah, that car there, I hope it's parked illegally. Or legally, I should say. Not illegally, see. 100 quid. Yeah, the old Howell's School, but it's Middleton College, and it was empty for quite some time. And I thought, oh no, it's going to be another mental. It's going to fall to blooming rack and ruin. But it got done up. So yeah, the old Middleton College now. And I remember there that drain pipe when we were kids used to come this way down to the swimming pools, Bronduff. Or Brondufferin, you know, open air swimming pool. And I climbed up this, probably not the original, and I got right to the top and it came off the wall. And I fell on the ground. The whole lot collapsed. So yeah, why I wanted to climb up there, who knows. But yeah, things you do when you're a kid, eh? Yeah, lovely morning. And I got St David's Church here, which has been done up as well. The pigeons, the slates had gone on the roof there. It must have been a hell of a mess. I think they're getting in through is it the belfry or something they call it now on this tower. And that's the only part, the original part of St David's is the tower. That part at the back there. They knocked that down and rebuilt it. There's the traffic lights. They were actually working one day. I come down here. But yeah, St David's, it was part, well, they call it the Howell School Church, St David's. But like I say, the only original is that bit there, the tower, all that lot got rebuilt. But they were getting in, I think they're getting in through there as well. Whether they're actually getting into the church itself, but the roof had gone. And the pigeons, you could see them coming in and out, so it must have been a hell of a mess inside. So yeah, anyway, St David's. And oh, behind me there, I forgot to mention, I turned up right after them parking signs and bare left, you come to the Goblin Tower, which is haunted. Just thought I'd mention that. If you head down that way and you go through a couple of fields, you rejoin the Gwyniau, rejoin that path, and then you turn left, then right, you come to the Mental, which is haunted as well. So anyway, lovely morning. Yeah, this is where we used to come on the bowling green, as talked before. They asked me if I wanted to play for Denbigh Town. I was only about 8 or 9, little kid, but I was good at bowls. Used to play on the green there. 10p or 20p And you get a couple of bowls and you get about an hour play or something like, I can't remember now. And then we'd had a bit of money left over, and then we used to get a bottle of pop and a bag of crisps. And then we used to scoff them, and that's it. And then we used to go to this way, like I say, to Bronduff. We used to call it it was an open air swimming pool. And we used to go there when it was in the winter. It was absolutely freezing. All those nits. God. And there'd be a little hut where you'd get, we used to get Oxos. You know, to chuck an Oxo cube in a plastic cup, put boiling water in it, and we used to walk back to wherever we were, you know, it wasn't a big place, and we'd be that cold, our hands would be shaking like that, and Oxo would, oh, they're playing bowls today, and the Oxo would be spilling onto your hands, but you were so cold, you never felt it. And by the time you'd got to wherever you were, you know, your stuff, like only a few and 50 yards, something like that, your cup would be half empty or half full, whichever way you want to look at it, because your hands would be shaking that much, you used to spill it. But yeah, good days, isn't it? But it was nice in the summer when it used to be warm, and you used to have this big net, big round net on a big long pole, and they used to walk around the perimeter of the swimming pool, and they used to scoop up the flies. And they used to have two pools, the little pool we used to call it, and the big pool. And the little pool, there was no toilets there in this Bronduff, and if you ever wanted to go for a wee, you'd go down to the little pool and you'd sit down. It was only about two feet deep at the little pool, or 2 or 3 feet or something. You could sit down and the water would be up to here, say, and you'd have a wee. Everyone used to do it. So whenever you wanted to wee, you'd go down and it would be warm on that end of the you know, the little pool used to call it, and it'd be, the water would be yellow because everyone used to pee there. Anyway, got to be done. So yeah, they're playing the bowls today. There's quite a few there too. I'll show you that a bit later. Then I'll just stop and then I'll restart. Show you where I used to play as a kid. I'll tell you what, I'll keep nattering. Yeah, remember it. What the hell? Arthur, that's it. Arthur used to be in charge of this place. And I can't remember which it was. It wasn't that. I don't know what the setup is now, but you used to pay. I never used to have my own bowls. But you'd pay about 10p or 20p, and they'd give you a set of bowls, and they were woods, they call them, because they were, in them days, they were made out of wood. But they're not now. They're probably some sort of resin, aren't they? But yeah, there's quite a few, and it's a crown green, this too. Probably still is. In the centre, it raises up, just harder to play. But yeah, a few there. Lovely day for a game of bowls. Yeah, that's what I used to play when I was a kid. And here, like I say, there, that's where the bowls were, and we used to have a little shop. We used to get a bottle of pop and a bag of crisps. So yeah, anyway, good days. And this was this is the new part of the infirmary. It's where I was born, where I was unleashed into the world, and tennis courts are here, but I've never ever played tennis. I would never be able to play tennis. I've just never been into it. But bowls, I really love bowls. And they used to have a golf right at the end here, but it's just like a seating area, you know, which you don't get hit by a low-flying tennis ball. But I don't know if you can see the white building back there. That's part of the original Denbigh Infirmary. That's where I was born. Or community hospital, I think they call it now, but it was just the infirmary. My birthplace. And this is my second school here, the Rithin Road. Well, I say second, it was actually the third, but it's the first of the high schools, I should say. There's 2 high schools here, and then I was here for about 3 years, and then went up to Middle Lane. And then that's when I was 16, is it? 15, 16. And you leave school then. It was Gwynennog, junior controlled, here, Ruthin Road, and then at Middle Lane those are my 4 schools. Just get across them. So I'm coming out of the infirmary. This is the old original part. But yeah, that's where I was born. Somewhere there. I can feel the heat of the sun. It's absolutely lovely. And there, Ivor Howardson, funeral director. Used to work with him for a few years, just on removals, as it's called, where they get someone died in a house or a nursing home or something like that, and he used to give us a ring to remove the body. It was called a removal. So yeah, Ivor Howardson. Oh, it's busy. Down there, it's the Friary, which is haunted. Just thought I'd mention it. And thank you, DPD. I was going to show you the South Sea pub, so I'll wait till you get on the back there. So it's South Sea Terrace, got there. Well, that's there was the South Sea, smallest pub in Denbigh. It's not a pub now, but when it was open, I was not old enough then to enter licensed premises, shall we say, but apparently I've never been in there, but it's the smallest bar in Denbigh, and you get about half a dozen people in there and it'd be cramped. So yeah, South Sea. And here, simply fish and chips. In the corner there is Danny Matthews. Used to have a little like grocery and store and stuff like that. He didn't give a damn. Danny and his brother Jimmy Matthews, the entrepreneur of Denbigh. Hell of a character. Both of them were actually. And the Masons had many a pint in that place. Coramici on my left. Italian restaurant. It's where the Alavuglia farm was. It was empty for years, and when they knocked it down, it was rats invasion, because they were all in the old Alavuglia and the farm and the buildings, so they had nowhere to go. So Denbigh was overrun with rats. Anyway, that'll do me for this natter this morning. As always, thanks for watching, and no doubt I'll see you again.